Hey y'all, it's me, Jessica Lee. It's been a vacation for me. I wasn't planning it, but oh, my son brought home this like big blanket. My son, he's like a magnet. My oldest, so like he'll walk outside, and as we all know, people are throwing out really good things all the time, right? And like I said, he's a magnet. He'll walk outside and just find. Apparently, I think it's people that get kicked out, evicted, because he's finding brand new stuff. Like this blanket, so nice, brand new. It's expensive. It's probably a $200 blanket. It's from a company called Greenhouse, and oh my god, just being in this thing is like being held by God almost. It's just like just my nervous system completely relaxes in it, and it relaxed so much. And playing this show, what is that, Frankie and Gracie, or Grace and Frankie? It was just like it was heaven on earth for me, and I just could not. My mind was like, we got so much work to do, and I do. I have a lot of things I need to do, but I don't know if it was my higher self winning out on that one, but I definitely rested, and it was so good. So that's why I've been like MIA for a while. It feels like a week, about a week. Let me just dust my face off. Do. So I have a moment alone. Oliver's at school. Tyler just left with Jason to go get some groceries. I got paid from Facebook for last month and my cumulative months. I think I got monetized in, I want to say, around August. Ooh, but I didn't start actually earning anything until December, right at the end of December. I went from making about 3 cents a week to almost a quarter a day, and then it went above that. The last day I actually made money, like good money on Facebook, or any money worth counting, was just before Christmas. I think 2 days before Christmas, and I made 11.11, and then I got banned from posting in groups. So it's like I got to start all over again. And after I finally got out of Facebook groups, or allowed to out of ban, after I was allowed to post there again, I expected a lot better results, and I didn't get them. So that just kind of like killed my motivation. And Spirit's like, it didn't kill it, but it definitely didn't kill it, but it's not as fiery and as eager to get going. And I'm sure it'll come back. I've just been enjoying my relaxing, restful week. And ooh, so I think I have about $3 earned for the month of January now. I wasn't able to post until 111. All these 11s, right? 11 and 11 and 111. I love it. So, despite, the aggravation of not being able to post and falling back on my earnings, like, honestly, I've said this before, I really didn't expect to earn more than maybe $10 a month posting on Facebook. So for me to make $10 in a day at one point, that was amazing. I hope I can get back up there, but I'm gonna have to shit post for 3 days straight to get that, I want to say, momentum up, and also to get the numbers up, not just with views but with reactions and total earnings. Making 3 cents a day, it's like, that's cool. It adds up. It adds up. It may be $10 at the end of the month, but yeah, it doesn't make me want to sit online all day and shit post. But that's what I'm gonna have to do, and eventually, maybe this week or maybe this weekend, I'll do it. And there's a good chance I'll have more time to do shit like that, to do the little things I've been putting off, because I got a bad review yesterday. Oh no! I was like, go figure. I finally, you all know I've been on Bitwine since February. Honestly, I've been on Bitwine since 2010. I think maybe a little earlier than that. But I just returned this past February, so I've been there almost a year now. Almost a year since my return. And it's been so different since I came back. I was gone from Bitwine for about 10 years. Walking with Spirit for 7, recovering. Oh Lord, sorry, I got a message coming in. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, let me send this message. Whichever. Like, whatever's cheaper. My brother and my older son are on their way to get groceries. I just gave my son like $22. Told him, make sure you get some X, Y, and Z for Oliver. And basically, you can figure out the rest. Figure out, what we're going to live on for the next few days. So my brother was just like tripping because there was confusion on, are we going to Family Dollar or Kroger or where? It's like, it don't matter. Just go find somewhere to find some cheap food to get us by. I don't care. I don't care where. Just make sure you come back and it's not a waste of my money. That's all I'm asking. With my little bit of money. $22 for groceries. It ain't shit, but we're going to make it work. Okay, so anywho. So yeah, so I've been back to Bitwine for almost a year. And it's so different. I mean, I know I'm different. I'm a different person now than I was when I started doing readings again. I was a different person then than I was the last time I was doing readings. And the world's changed. The world has changed a lot. And I can tell just by talking to customers, like, the way people come at me is different. Like, there used to be this is just how I feel. Maybe other people have a different opinion. Maybe I'm speaking from my trauma place or whatever, but I feel like there was a lot more respect for people in the psychic community from customers towards the psychics. And since I returned, there's a lot of I'm sorry, some of these people are really rude and shitty and demanding, and they treated me like I got no other purpose in life but to cater to their feelings. And I respect everyone's feelings, don't get me wrong. But it doesn't mean you can talk to me like crap and scream about how awful your ex was to me, like broadcasting and projecting. And I don't know, it gets aggravating. It's hard being a psychic in 2026. It's not. People are a lot more expected. A lot more people seem to act like spirit is like Santa Claus. That's another thing. Like, I don't know. There was more respect. There was more respect and understanding that we're not. I feel like some people treat a psychic like we're a gumball machine, and you put your quarter in, and you're just gonna lickety split, flip the key, and all this abundant, wonderful shit's gonna come out. All the goody candies, and it's not always goody candies. Like, when I was 17, I used to freaking hate being psychic. I hated knowing what was coming, because 9 times out of 10 it wasn't like, oh, guess what? You're winning the lottery tomorrow and life's going to be great. No, it's shit about impending doom, about shit that is about to go wrong if I don't listen. It's not happy shit most of the time, y'all. So it's a little weird for me to have so many people, not all, but there's been so many, more than I remember dealing with before, that come in their life in a shitty situation and they think I'm supposed to, like, narrate a different reality, and they're mad I'm not able to do that. And it's like, what do you want from us, really? Some people need a therapist and not a psychic. I think that's what Spirit's telling me. Some people just need a therapist and they don't need a psychic. Case in point, this lady who left me the review yesterday. I mean, I'm for therapy. I go in my AI bot. I can't afford it. I can't go nowhere. So I do my AI shit. We all need therapy sometimes. Now, this client, she was new, and she woke me up in the morning. I was still in bed. She called. I was logged in. That was my fault. I was still logged in. And she called and woke me up and wanted a reading, and my price was $11.11. I set it up real high so I can stay logged in and not lose my ranking, but also so people are less likely to call, and if they do, it's worth it for me to wake up. That's how I look at it. I don't expect anyone to call me at 11 a minute unless they're super rich. But in general, I do it as a way just to make sure I don't lose my ranking. And again, if someone does call, yeah, cool, I could use that. I could use it. But so this woman, she came to me while I was still at that rate. I just woke up. She let me know she let me know that, she wants to look into her ex. She wants to know how her ex is doing, was her question. How is my ex doing? She did let me know, she's got some trauma issues around this relationship. The cards reflected that, all that. But her question, is how's her ex doing? Which is interesting. I find that interesting. Like, if you're still traumatized about somebody, why would you think it's a good idea to look into that person's life and see how they're doing? I mean, I know I wouldn't. I would try to avoid thinking about the said person that I'm traumatized by. I would try to heal from it and not think about them anymore. Certainly, I want to check up, see how they're doing. How are they doing this fine day? No. So, I mean, shame on me. That was my first red flag that the person may not be stable enough for reading. And again, I'm relearning in many ways how to deal with people while looking out for red flags. That was a red flag I should have and I will from now on. Like, from now on, I think if someone's asking me to look into someone from their past, I might have to just start declining these calls. Because honestly, what are we gaining out of that? What are we going to gain? How am I going to help brighten your mood, ma'am or sir, if you yourself are traumatized by somebody, yet you want me to look into that said person to see how they are doing? So yeah, I think I'm going to stop doing those kinds of readings. Honestly, because I'm not helping nobody. 9 times out of 10, like, pretty much most of my bad reviews do come from people who aren't ready to let go of somebody. They're just not. But anyway, honestly, so she came back a second time. Still did not hire. So now she's taken up a half hour of my day. I have not been paid in any way, shape, or form, other than excuses. The first time she tried saying that she did pay. I waited almost 5 minutes for her charge to go through, for her to accept it, approve it, whatever. And then I see on the screen, we have like this chat box, and I see on the screen that her, the internet connections are always going out on Bitline. That's one thing I will say about this site. It's like they need to upgrade so bad. Customers are constantly getting kicked off by the site because I don't know why. I don't know, but it happens probably about 50% of the calls. So yeah, so there's that. So she on my side of the screen, it said she canceled the payment. Customer canceled the payment. So I already had a whole first paragraph written out, I'll wait for her. And so I had to delete everything that I wrote so I could ask her, is everything okay? And she lets me know, yeah, everything's fine. I just put $40 in. That's a lie. She insisted she did. I let her know the screen said otherwise. So she, of course, didn't want to add another 40 on, and I understand, sometimes it does happen where somebody thinks they added the money, but I've never seen it where it straight up says the payment's canceled by the client. I've never seen that before, so I don't know. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I offer her to reload it. She says she doesn't want to. I'm understanding. I let her know I'll be there. I'll be here all day if you need me. If you realize that, no, I did not get your $40. Essentially had 40. So I almost fell. So she came back about an hour later. Same question. Wants to know about her ex. And mind you, she's always venting. She's venting during all these times. So she's getting, she's getting shit off her chest, telling me about whatever. So yeah, try to send a payment request on the second call. And she clicked out. Lost connection, whatever. She's gone. So now that twice I look into this lady's ex, and twice she hasn't paid. Excuse me. And I should have blocked her. We have an option. I know I've said this before. We have this option when a chat session ends, whether it's paid or not. It'll end. It'll let us know how much money was spent, how much money we owe Bitline, and we'll have an option to block the client. Or we also have option to leave notes, which I never do that. I should, but I don't. And honestly, I wanted to block her. I meant to block her, but unfortunately, they put that X to close the button on a whole different side of the screen than the block, and just by impulse, and I'm trying to train myself. By impulse, I was frustrated and I closed it instead of blocking her. So 5 hours later, maybe 6 hours later, she came back again. Same lady. Still wanted to ask about her ex. This time she did pay. And she sent $20. I'm at the rate of 444. So $20 is not even 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes, ma'am. And I look, I start the reading, and all my readings always start out looking at the client. We don't have to, but I do. This is just what happens to you. Spirit's like, well, it's not even you, because the cards are just coming out, and Spirit's the one kind of guiding me along the reading. Like, I see what I see, and Spirit also tells me what they want me to see. So that makes sense. So the first 2-3 minutes is just going over her, the client, her feelings, how she's not able to move on. How she really doesn't know what's going on with her ex. That was the first card, mystery. And I was like, you literally have no idea what's going on with your ex right now. Was the first thing that I'm being told. The second was, that she's really not able to let go, and almost, also I was getting that, like, she internally, intuitively believes she'll never be able to let it go. Like, that's her own belief. No squalms, no issues there. She had no complaints. I mentioned how there was a lot of distance, and it was coming through, like, physical distance as well as emotional distance, and she confirms her ex is across the country. Like, they are literally on opposite sides of the world right now, so these things are confirmed. When I go to look into her ex to answer her actual question, I only could spend about 2 minutes on that. I only got about as far as, the first card, Spirit was like, I was expecting to look into, like, how is her ex doing in life? Career, whatever, da-da-da. Well, the cards and Spirit, instead, we're focusing on the fact that this ex is fine without her. She had no regrets. She's doing well in life. It wasn't like a celebration dance of how she don't need you. It was just, these are the facts. This is where she's at. This one, your ex is not looking back. I was not rude at all. This lady left. She hung up on me. Oh, before she hung up, she was saying, oh, I forget what she said. It doesn't really matter. She basically put out another question, as if I didn't answer her question good enough, or I didn't answer at all, but I did answer her question. She was just adding more to it. It's another frustrating thing I've noticed these people doing. Like, they ask one question, and then as their time's about to run up, they want to throw in 3 more and act like I'm supposed to answer all this. Like, I do my best, but some people just want a little too much, I think. They try to take advantage. This is Spirit said. They're just trying to take advantage. And to hell with y'all people. Like, take advantage of me, you're gonna have some bad luck coming for you. That's all I gotta say. But you probably will. They probably will. Well, it just blows my mind, because as anyone who's been following me, y'all know I just finally made it to the top 5 on the site, and I've been trying so freaking hard, and of course, I made it in the top 4. I think for a minute I was even number 3, and then this lady comes along with her bullshit, and I'm sorry. Her review, I'll read it. Let's read it. With her bullshit. And I just feel like this is, I know it's ridiculous to think this. Even my guides are like, stop thinking everyone's out to get you, Jess. But I just feel like it sometimes, because, like, I finally get up to the top, and I even noticed, like, due to me getting up higher, that some of the people that are always up there were getting knocked down. Because, if you're going up, that means someone's going down. And I was making progress like that. Not that I want to push anyone down, but like, at the same time, it's like, hey, that's progress for me. I can't just sit there and, like, shoot myself down and keep throwing myself to the bottom just because I want to be happy for everyone else. So I do, but I also need to start being like, yeah, I deserve to be up there too. I can't just stay down on the bottom of the hill here. So yeah, I made all that progress, and then this lady left a shitty review. And that also hurts my ranking too, just to have somebody come in my chat and not hire. And I almost, I was getting that feeling, like, why is this bitch coming to me twice and not hiring? Like, that just felt like All I knew someone was up to something, and that could just be me being paranoid. But that sure is fucked up. Fucked up timing. But also predictable timing, considering, doesn't this happen in life? Like, you're getting so close, or you're touching your goal, and then here comes something else to push you back a little farther and make you have to reframe, rethink, replan, rebalance, restabilize. I'm hearing all these lists. You have to do all these things when you get knocked down. And one thing I know from Spirit, and I was kind of thinking about this morning, like, so many people, so many, myself included, I want an easy life. Oop. Let me see who this is. Oop. Hello? Hey, what's up? Hello? Hi, are you going to say anything? Well, I'm assuming my son's trying to call because he needs something. Or needs to get a confirmation, and we're going to... This ain't even the right time. This phone really does suck. It's so freaking slow. I'm just ready to see the 111 come up. Because it's all about 11s lately for me. But like I was saying, thank you, Spirit. Yeah, we were just thinking about it. Or I was just thinking about it this morning. There we go. 111. Like, we all, myself included, we would love an easy life where there's, like, never any problems, no challenges, just easy street all the way through. And many people, sometimes myself included, we like to think, like, Spirit's always protecting us from all harm and discomfort and issues, and they do. But they also have to let us experience some hardships, some challenges, some things that will stimulate our growth, bring on new levels of understanding, deeper perceptions, more empathy, all sorts of things. But these things we're not going to get if we're always comfortably laying in our bed, as I've been doing. I've been laying in bed comfortably, having enough food to eat, and that made me comfortable. I've had to make this. I got approved to that other website, Uranium, and I've been approved for about 6 days now, and I have yet to make a profile or even do anything with that. I need to upload a photo, I guess. And I have a lot to do there. There's other things I need to do, but I've been so comfortable. I'm not pressured or pushed to go out of this comfort zone. Because I've had these calls coming on the other site. Like, go figure. Once I got approved to the other site, all the calls have been coming in. And I'm grateful, so grateful. I don't mean to sound like a sarcastic bitch. It's kind of in my DNA. But now I got this bad review. So guess what? That's just comforting. But it's also more than likely, it's not guaranteed, but usually in this line of work, when you get a bad review, you're either going to blow up right after with your regulars coming in to defend you or leave a review so the other one gets covered up. Or you go through a few days of slowness, of no calls, of people, hesitating to give you a chance. Whoop. And due to that, I'm more than likely going to get that motivation to get the other work done, which will create more opportunities. And I guess what I'm saying is, some people, and I need to find a different phrase, eh? There are people, some of us, sometimes we would start to get comfortable with that protection from Spirit to keep us safe and not in pain and not frustrated with life's challenges. But my guides have proven to me more than once that sometimes they will walk me right straight into the challenge. They will. And it doesn't mean that I'm wrong or fucked up or they hate me or I'm being punished. It means it's time for me to grow up in some way. It means I need to realize that what I'm doing or not doing isn't going to work and something needs to change. There's so many reasons why we have to go through things. But my son's calling again. And I guess we'll end this. Thanks for watching, and I'm Jessica Lee. If you haven't yet followed, subscribe. I'm around usually a few days a week. Well, I guess we'll end this. Have a good day, y'all.